Alright, so today I'm going to be working on decluttering the kitchen, giving it a good clean. Last night I did the bathroom, but that's on a different video. I've been up for about an hour now. It's 8:30, and I did up my dishes because I like to start with a clean working area. So kitchen's not too badly cluttered. Cat food and all that's over there. That might have to be cleared off. A couple decorations up. This needs to be cleared off. I'm gonna just dust everything. This is... I don't even know what's in here, to be honest. Oh, oh, that's where that beater went. Look at that. Just a couple dishes in here. I'm gonna try to organize it so that I have things in there that I use. Because I didn't even know what was in there. That is to be donated. A couple boots that don't fit my son. Inside this door is the pantry. I'm gonna clean that out also. Show you guys what that looks like. I gotta sweep up the floor a little bit. Dirt seems to accumulate right down there. But it's fairly organized, but I'm gonna organize it a little bit better. A couple dehydrators and my big dehydrating can up there, and a box full of cereal. And then over here's the shoe and coat area. I'm gonna fix up this thing right here, put all the summer shoes and stuff away, and I need a place to put like hats and mitts for the winter. That's a bag of rocks, so I'm gonna just clean all that up, get my tools out of here. And then this, I brought this out here, but there's not really, I had my microwave on it, but where I had the microwave it kept blowing the switch, so I ended up putting my microwave back, and I'm just stuck with this out here, so I might move that into a different room, get rid of that clutter. That's my laundry soap in that container there, so I may find a place to put that, get that out of here. I'm gonna wash my windows and everything. I gotta water my plants. And then there's the counter. I'm gonna clean everything up, but first what I'm gonna start with are the cupboards. I'm gonna go through all the cupboards, take everything out of them, give them a good deep clean, and then start putting things back the way that I want them, and get rid of some things that I don't necessarily want or need. And I'm in the middle of watching a Christmas show while I do it. I gotta wash up this mirror. There's a mirror over here that's not connected. I'm gonna glue that, get that all glued on out of the way. I really wish that I could get that microwave out of there because it's so huge. I want to take that and put it somewhere, but it's, I don't know. I will see. Anyways, so stick with me if you want to see me declutter everything. I might as well show you in the cupboards. I didn't clean anything. I just, down here is supposed to be my canned stuff. Up here is all my boxed pastas. And there's just kind of like junk everywhere. These are all my cans. I'm going to organize those. This here is supposed to be like breakfast. The chips usually go down there. This breakfast cereals go up there, and that's just extra junk up there. This is my spice cupboard. Those jars up there are pretty well empty. And then I really gotta take everything out, clean it, and go through and see what I have. Make a list of what I need. This is the gluten-free cupboard. Up here is my baking cupboard. I clean that up. And this is where the glasses and the bowls and extra stuff is. I'll go through all that. And then this is like the medicine cabinet, and up there's a couple things that we don't really use, so I'm gonna check that out. Now, this is where it gets really messy. Not necessarily this drawer, but got my utensils and all that stuff. I don't know, I kind of like having my measuring cups here, but I might find a different place for them all together. This needs to be cleaned up. It's all my pots, couple pans. This one's really messy. Just an abundance of different baking dishes, so I'm really going to go through, and what I don't use I'm going to get rid of. What I do use, I'm going to try to make it easier to access. Here's another messy cupboard. This is kind of like all my extra stuff because I don't like having too much stuff out at once. And then I have my food saver there. This is a thing of just napkins, and then I got my plastic silverware there, and my sprouts and the sprouter over there. That's kind of just like a storage cupboard. Under here this is where we keep our plastic bags from the grocery stores. I don't like to throw them out because I can find uses for them. I got a drill there, some car stuff, so I really need to clean this out. And some of the bags I'm going to put in my car because I like having some in there for garbage and when we find cans and stuff like that. This is the drawer that has overabundance of washcloths and dish towels and stuff like that, so I'm going to go through that and really clean that up. Down here is my ever so freaking messy Tupperware cupboard. I clean this like 3 times a month at least, and it always looks like this. I'm going to go through, and anything that doesn't have any lids and or missing pieces I will get rid of and clean that up nicely. I'm going to try to find some kind of organizing system for this one because I can't handle that mess. And then here is where I keep extra bags, tin foil, plastic wrap. I keep my cereal bags because they're really good storage bags. I've got recipe books, ways to use different items. And then down here is another mess. We were keeping empty pill bottles for a while, but I'm going to still keep them but I really want to find more uses for them. I've had all kinds of things in them. That is a mini food processor that I don't use. There's some, obviously my son was playing with Play-Doh. Some of these have to be washed up. Got my George Foreman and just some mixers and stuff. So I'm going to get that all cleaned up, and like I said, I'm going to start with the cupboards, and then I will be back and show you guys what I've accomplished. Okay, so I started cleaning out the top shelf here. I just took everything out. There's just my rice cooker. I got to give that a good cleaning. This is all my ketchup, so I'm going to go ahead and open them all and put them in this empty ketchup container that I kept. I'll show you guys how much ketchup I ended up getting out of that. Got a bunch of salt and pepper here. I'm going to open them and just probably put the salt in here and the pepper in there or something like that. We got all these extra sugars, and then here we have like wet wipes, wet naps, and then here are some just different mayonnaises. Over here I didn't think that I had any more barbecue sauce, but that'll come in handy because I have some ribs in the freezer that I want to put some barbecue sauce on. And then in here it's just some extra coffees, like from hotels and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and open all my ketchup, and these are the sugars. I'm going to go ahead and open the ketchup and put them into the container. Alright, so it's 10 after 12. I just made myself some sausages and eggs. I am starving. I didn't eat breakfast. I just had a coffee this morning. I'm slowly working on the ketchup. I got all my salt and pepper. This is what I got for the salt. And there's not as much pepper, but it'll do. I'll put some lids on that and put that up in my spice cupboard, and whenever I need some extra salt or some extra pepper, I will have some instead of having to run out and buy it. These are all my sugars. Now you guys are probably wondering, I've did videos on this before, but oh my gosh, you got so much ketchup, blah blah blah. Anytime like we go to Tim's or McDonald's, now McDonald's is the coffee that we drink, I always ask for extra sugars because they come in handy, as you can see. I got lots of sugar right now. I don't need to open these, so I will just put these away, and when I am running low on sugar, I will open them all up. This is what I have for ketchup so far, and I still have these packs to finish up, but I want to go grab a bite to eat, and then I'm going to continue decluttering my cupboards, but I can quickly show you, just so I won't have to do it later. I cleaned up all my cans, and I cleaned up that cupboard, and I just tidied up there. I took everything out, and I washed all the all the bottoms of the cupboards out. There is a couple cookies, a couple cakes, my peanut butter. Those are my cereals, and up there are just a couple cookies and some chips. My spice cupboard is like a big wow. Well, for me anyways. Up there are all my empty jars. It's a full thing of empty jars. I just keep those, and when I need them I can pull them out. These are from a spice rack. They are empty, cleaned out. I just put those to the side if ever I decide that I want to use those. I have, I think, 2 empty jars back there, and I just put my coffee up here, my honey, and then I have gravies and stuff like that in that container up there. And down here are all the spices, and I got a bunch of soup things back there, but these are all my spices that have spices and whatnot in them that I use regularly, so it's kind of a lot more organized now. This is the gluten-free cupboard. I just pulled, like I said, I pulled everything out and gave it a good wash. So that looks like it's still wet. No, it's the gluten-free pastas, and then the flours up there, and then up here, and I did all the walls and that up. I did all the walls back here. I fixed up my baking cupboard. I put all my spices, like sugars and sprinkles in there. Got my brown sugar, and then the cornstarch and vanilla and all that stuff kicking around there. And then in here, I just fixed up my glasses. And I don't have any matching. I don't care if it matches or not. That is the cup that I use regularly, and then our plates and our bowls, and then back here just things that we don't really use that much. The only thing that I use up here is that popcorn bowl back there. Once in a while I'll use the gravy boat. I use this mixer once in a while, and obviously the straws, but they stand up better up there, so I just kept them up there. And then I went through, and that's all Jay's pills. I got our Tums there. This is the medicine. I went through all this as well. This is more like in the winter, and that if my son gets a cold, his asthma kind of bothers him a little more. So we just stocked back up on that. And we got these nose sprays. Got some Zantac, and this is just like children's Advil. And I think that's like a liquid ibuprofen, so that was cleaned up. And then on the top shelf up there are like some McDonald's Coke glasses that they had come out with. I think last year when you bought a meal, you got the glasses that come with it, so I don't use those. They're still in the package. I just store those away. There's a Family Guy cup and a butter dish that I don't use all that often. So now I just have down here to do, and this is kind of like the stuff that I've gotten rid of so far. So, but I'll go through that later with you guys. Alright, so this is how much ketchup that I ended up with. Almost a full bottle just from those little packets, and I got rid of all the packets, which is really, really nice.
this is the coffee. I figured I'm going to leave that out and use it up. We'll use that up for coffee. I've still got plenty of coffee, but I just want to kind of get rid of stuff and not have so much clutter. This is cornmeal, or yeah, cornmeal. I've never had cornbread, so I'm gonna. And I've had this. I got this for like 79 cents, and I believe it expired in May. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, give that a try and see how that tastes. So I want to put my ketchup away, and now I'm working on this Lazy Susie. I have under there to clean, these two drawers, and that drawer. This drawer here is just pretty well, it's kind of clean. That's all Jay's stuff up there, so I'm not going to bother with that, but this was just cleaned out the other day, so it's just the wires and stuff that we use up, so I'm not too worried about that. And this is kind of like a junk bin. It's got extra laces and batteries and things like that that we need, so I just keep that up there. Hey, just a second, Riley. So I keep that up there. What I've accomplished so far, and I'm pretty proud of myself. I don't think I tackled this drawer at all, but I just did it the other day, so I don't think I'm really going to do anything when it comes to this drawer. I might get rid of this, not get rid of it, but I've got a container that I might put that in. This is going to go into the rice cooker. These are like my little measuring spoons. I got extra knives. This knife I'm going to take out of there. Other than that, this is pretty well, that can go into the plastic. But I will take all this out and give the tray a good wash, because obviously there's some dust in that in the bottom of that. These are super sharp knives, so I keep those in the plastic that they came in. And yeah, I'll just take everything out of this drawer and give it a wipe down. But I think everything for the most part is going to stay in this drawer, because it's things that I use pretty much all the time. So kind of forgot about that drawer, but anyways, I gave this drawer a good clean. I just have my roaster up there, a couple big pots, the frying pans. There's missing a medium-sized pot and a small pot, but I will wash those up after and put those in there. And it gets like a greasy film on the cupboards, and it took a lot of elbow grease to get it out of there, so I was pretty proud of that. Washed all that down, washed the outside of the cupboards. This one here is a big improvement too. I have just a little bowl, a couple extra bowls. This I just got fed up because it's super hard to get. This is not like dirt, it's just like a greasy film, like I said. Very hard to get off. I might buy some shelf liners and take care of it that way. I got some cutting boards there, just a couple onions. Back there is like those hand wipes and stuff like that. I got my sugar there, and my rice cooker. I just put down one of these hand towels to just kind of get rid of some of the... And then I have my vinegar back there, so that is pretty well it for the top shelf. I washed all down there. And then down here, I just kind of move things around. I got my bowls here. It's a little more organized. My waffle maker, some baking dishes, a roasting pan, and this is to make burgers. And then I just put my electric knife and my mandolin there, and this is extra canister, I guess you could say. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with that, but I don't really want to get rid of it. And then down here, I cleaned here too, but I still have to wash. I just organized my pans down there. I'm going to give my stove a good clean. I'm going to pull it out, clean all behind it. At some point, I had black duct tape going across here, so nothing could fall down the cracks. I remember they used to sell little things that you could kind of stick there. It was plastic. I might check the dollar store and see if they have something like that. And I still have some of the duct tape there, but as you can see, it's been separating from the counter there. So in this one up here, turning my knees, bending down, I've got a chirping bird serving tray which matches that canister that I just showed you guys. This is my platter. Like if I make a roast or a turkey, I usually put it on this thing before I carve it. These are used in the summertime, and these were just extra bowls that were given to me, but I figured if I'm doing like cooking videos or something, baking videos, dude, I could put my ingredients in there. And then I have some dessert cups and stuff here. These are extra cups. This cup is huge. It's more like a bowl. It's not something that we use all the time, so I keep it there. And this is kind of like my junk. It's all stuff that I use, but not every day. So this is like obviously when I'm canning. This is an extra measuring cup. There's little sifters here that come off of cups. Just anything that we use, but not all the time, is in there in a neat little spot where I can find it. And this is where I'm working now. I'm in the process of washing all. I moved the Lazy Susie. And I don't know what that spot is over there. But yeah, it's pretty gross. And this is just all dust that's accumulated because this cupboard usually stays closed. I'm going to take out my food saver, give that a good cleaning, put everything back in there, and then I will work on another cupboard. I have a list here of all the things that I wanted to accomplish in certain rooms. This has to go back. My forks and knives. This thing here I'm going to put in there because it's something that I use to decorate cakes, but I don't use it all the time. And this big knife is probably going to go there too. And then I come across, I had this stuff to cut cheese. And this is going to come in handy. This is awesome. I was thinking about purchasing one of those, and then, lo and behold, I had one. I'm going to keep this little cutting board out and use it as a little cutting board on the counter because it stores neatly away. So yeah, we're coming along. It's coming along. So I'm going to keep going at it. It's almost 2. I'm going to have to find something for supper. Oh yeah, I took out some bologna for supper. So I'm going to cook up some potatoes and bologna and make like a bologna hash with that. Got a cup of tea. So I'm going to keep on trucking.